Hello everyone, welcome back. Obviously if you're watching this now, it's not live, but if you ever do get a live stream with me, don't be afraid to ask questions and have a chat. Just in the background here, I'm just skimming the ceiling, and like the title says, the Refina steel trowel, stainless steel trowel, still going strong. It's well broke in, and I'm getting blinded on the ceiling. So Saturday night job, getting blinded on the ceiling, literally with them lights. Sometimes I'd normally push them up, but I wanted to keep the natural light of the job. What the job's going to be, sort of, the light's going to, when the job's complete, that these are the lights that's going to be used. So it's good to sort of use the lights that are going to be used. If my voice sounds a bit funny, guys, I've got a bit of a cold, I think. A bit of a cold for the last month. I've been doing a lot of outside work. Yeah, I'm not actually sure I've had the Refina trowel. I must go back and actually look to see when I unboxed that trowel, as it's still going good. It's really sharp now and it's giving me a great cut. What's up, Boots McLaughlin? How's it going with you, mate? I'm not too bad. Just sort of doing a wee quick live stream here and then I'm for bed myself. No, it's just the stainless steel guy, Irvine. It's stainless steel Refina, and it's been well broke in. I don't think them ones come ready to go, but once they're broke in, they're a really strong trowel. Definitely as strong as a Marshalltown, if you ask me. Like. Background there is this is an old job. The video I have on never really got much hits. It was a chimney brace I did, but I actually ran the cornice in situ. So I plastered the cornice back in, and just the same as the original that's on the rest of that room. It's just gonna flick through them couple of clips, guys. So if anyone wants to chat about anything or wants videos made or topics talked about, I'm more than happy. Still actually have my outside trousers on. It's sort of a job after a job, so I just sort of rushed in, kept my gear on me, and got stuck in. But I do use the Super Flexes guy as well, so I do. But in this situation, I just stuck with the steel trowel. It's a just wanted one tool. It's big enough room working in, but sort of when I feel like there's lots going on, I don't want to be having stainless steel sitting where it could be bumped over easily and get ruined that way. What's my favourite sandwich? You must know me. Brown bread, trying to stay healthy with butter, not so healthy, and probably just ham or chicken. What about yourself, Boots McLaughlin? But yeah, you need to take a good sandwich to work with, you like. Keep the energy levels up. There's a guy there, he's doing a subscriber. He's an American. He talks to me a lot. He has two channels. One's a construction channel, and the other's he does photography as well. But he's actually doing a course on sort of eating healthier and stuff, which is good. Like, definitely the healthier you eat in this job, the longer you're gonna last. Richard Graves asked me how do I rate the ox steel trowel. It's 100%, mate. I still have mine. I still use it, but I do tend to go for the Refina trowel the most. I find it's a nicer sort of steel at the minute for me. But there's nothing wrong with the ox trowel I have at the minute. It's still good to go. I'll probably keep on making more videos of using each trowel just to show that they're still going, or if I've had any problems with them. Yeah, I definitely love the ox trowel, love the Refina trowels, love the Tay-Zac trowels. Actually using the Ragnai trowel as well at the minute. I was using it in all 3-story houses. Sorry guys, I'm eating a sweet here as well. It's like me throat sweet. But back to the Ragnai trowel I was talking about. It's an Italian made trowel. This is a German, but the Ragnai one, I've been trying to break it in for probably about 2 months of floating, and it still hasn't came fully broke in, ready for skim. I can skim with it, but there's still a wee bit, you can feel a wee bit on the wrist. It's just not gliding as nice as my ox and Tay-Zac, all the other trowels have got broken in. But yeah, no, I did a review on the ox trowel as well, and my opinion has not changed whatsoever on it. Definitely a comfortable, definitely really comfortable handle as well, and I really like the handle. If Refina are watching right now, they could maybe copy that idea and try and get that handle. Although saying that, the grip on the Refina is comfortable too, but everybody sort of does hold a trowel different, and I tend to use, with the handle where the steel is, I tend to push my knuckle against that a hell of a lot, and it tends to cut me and stuff. So that's where the ox to me has definitely sort of upped their game a wee bit. Boots, never know till I open the lunchbox. That's reminding me of that joke where, you know, the three plasters are sitting on the rooftop after they did the big gable, and they're sitting up on the scaffold, and plaster 1 says to the other plaster, if my wife makes me spam sandwiches again, I can jump off the roof. And plaster 2 says the exact same thing, if my wife makes me spam sandwiches, I'm going to jump off the roof. And plaster 3 says, if my wife makes me spam sandwiches, I'm going to jump off the roof. So again, they all open their lunchbox just like Boots McLaughlin, and the plaster 1, he finds spam sandwiches, so he jumps off the roof. Plaster 2 opens the lunchbox, spam sandwiches, so he jumps off the roof. Plaster 3, the same, and he goes off the roof. So they're all having a funeral, big joint funeral, because they're all good friends, 1, 2 and 3 plasters. And plasters 1, 2 and 3 wives were all talking, and one was saying to 3, if I had knew he didn't like the sandwiches so much, I would have given chicken. Plaster 2's wife said, if I had knew he didn't like spam sandwiches so much, I would have made him soup and rolls to dip in. And plaster 3's wife said, he makes his own lunch. Oh, I hope that was funny enough, right? But anyway. Yeah, I don't know if I would quite make a comedian. I'm working with a few guys now at the minute, and I mean, there's some crack, like there's brilliant banter, like it's just full on having a laugh, like big massive squad of plasters. In fact, I didn't even know there was that many plasters in Ireland until I sorted on this big contract, and there's some good guys, like and there's some guys I'll never forget, like for reasons that they may want to forget, but I'll never forget them. So has anybody ever used the Nella Max trowel? Have you? I think they're the brand new ones. I haven't used them myself, Pat Hamilton, but I've used the older Nella, or Nila, and that I call it Nella, the Nutella sandwich, Nutella trowel. But my mate uses them. He has a stainless steel one and he has the Superflex one, and they're both good, both going good for him too. But he's back on to Marshalltown at the minute. My good big mate Emmett. But yeah, when I use them, I like them as well. But definitely, I think I'm a Refina man and an Axe man, Tezak in a minute. I think it'll take me a lot to sweat off them makes. Ragnar, that trowel, like I was saying, the one I'm reviewing at the minute, I did the angle trowels, actually have a trowel the same, and the steel on it. And once I have that broken, I think it's going to last me probably till I'm done plastering, I'm done, and my back's gone that way. But yeah, no, there's a guy there, and on that job, I'm jumping back and forward here because there's chat going, but there's a guy on the job, and I mean, like, the jokes he's telling, like, they're so funny, like. Do I bother with the plastic trowels? Richard's asked me, and I sort of I do try it now and again. I like them. I actually did a massive video. Well, I thought I did a massive video on a plastic trowel. I did a loft, and for some reason it never recorded, and I was sitting recording myself using a plastic trowel on all the rounds, and this job couldn't have came in any better, but it sickened me that much that I realised it didn't record. That didn't even record to finish the job or nothing. It sort of just disheartened me, and I just got the job done and cleaned up and I went. But the plastic trowel round them rounds, it was so much lighter on my shoulder and my wrist. It was just gliding over for the first trowel. I only used the plastic one ever for the first trowel. After I get it on, I flattened it in with the plastic and found it good. I'll tell you, one other time I used the plastic trowel, the Refina plastic trowel, and it was on our acrylic render. I used it up reveals, and with the acrylic render you tend to rub it like a float. You give it like wee swirly motions, and the reveals came in so good. I almost wish I had used it earlier on. I normally finished my acrylic with a steel trowel with a circular motion, and the plastic trowel actually brought it in much quicker. I found with a plastic trowel could have went earlier onto it. I didn't have to wait, and it was a heavy coat on these reveals because it wasn't a great job. I had to sort of build out over patchy sort of background, so I had to build it up a bit, you know. Boots is off to bed. Yeah, man, I'll not be too far behind you, you know. Job in hairdressers, you're gonna get a lot of work if you do a good job in the hairdressers, man. All the women, not being sexist, but women love to talk when they're getting their hair done. I had a mate, a good friend of mine, and his dad was a painter and decorator, and anytime he was short of work, say sort of maybe coming into winter, not close to Christmas, probably January or February, you know, the other side, and he didn't have much work, he would always give his wife £50 to get her hair done, and she would go in and everybody would ask, what's your husband do? And he would say painter decorator, and the next minute just give out 10 cards. I thought it was a very, very smart tactic. So if there's any women here watching, or if you are going to send your wives now down to get their hair done, definitely give me credit and get them on the thumbs up videos, you know, because that was all down to me. But yeah, I do still bother with the plastics as well. There's my mate DIS Fincies, I'm not even sure how to say that there, French guy, brilliant plaster guys, brilliant painter decorator. Don't know if you can see him chatting, but he is top class, you know. Yeah, thank you Family Toy Report. Thanks for stopping in and support. I appreciate all your support, guys. Always have and always will. There's a guy asking me what's the best crate. I think he means milk crate for stepping onto. I actually did a video on site, so we were talking about, I was watching a video with somebody else's there not that long ago, and I was getting, they're talking about so much safety, about like you have to wear your gloves as soon as you're in the van, your steel toe, your high vis, your dust mask, everything. But I was getting a lot of questions why on my video was I using step ladders instead of a milk crate. But step ladders probably are safer than a milk crate because there's less chance of them tipping over if you use them right. Actually, on all step ladders, you're not even supposed to stand on the second highest lift. You're meant to be like on the third one down, and the top platforms meant to be set for tools. It's just like a wee stand for setting tools on. But yeah, I find milk crates are safe enough. Used to work with a guy that came off milk crates and decided to land himself onto the corner of a wheelbarrow full of stuff, and the wheelbarrow decided to break his 2 ribs, which gave him about 2 months off work, and then a lot of painful days back in work. Hi Sandy. So yeah, crates versus ladders. Might do a video on it sometime. Crates versus ladders. Everybody was saying that the crates are faster, you kick them around. Yeah, definitely, probably are. Some ladders, some hop-ups are good, wee platforms, but again, they can be dangerous too. If you don't click them in, you stand on them, they'll just fold over on you, and you're gonna be. It's as dangerous to fall from 3 foot. Probably more dangerous because you don't see the danger. You're only 2-3 foot off the ground. You think you're safer, but really you can break your neck, or break your wrist, whatever. You can still damage yourself a hell of a lot just from 3 foot, as much as you can on 2 stories up on a scaffold. That way, I was actually talking to a guy today, and somebody fell from 5 foot high, but their arm went through a window, and they were a plaster, and they were holding the hawk, and it actually severed their arm off. So definitely, heights are definitely, you gotta take your time and be safe on heights. But my mate DIS has said live long and plaster. Yeah, the best regards from him. But yeah, guys, if you see him, he is a top class plasterer and painter. And yeah, definitely Sandy, he was telling me that story. He wasn't there himself, it was his dad, who's a plasterer as well, was telling me. He was telling me that his dad actually helped the guy. But yeah, it sounds crazy. Like, I'm glad I wasn't there to see it. I wouldn't really get turned too easy on something, but definitely not something you'd want to see on a Monday morning. That way. And you wouldn't wish it on anybody either. So definitely stay safe. I probably should have put some more background videos on, just to spread this up a bit. I'm just trying to show a lot of things. The bottom that I was using to fill out the likes of the stud wall and stuff, and the finish I'm using on this one, kind of pardon me guys, I'm using the red bags here instead of the blue. So my tactic there was, when I was using the red, they take a wee bit longer to set. So what I was doing was I was popping the 2 ceilings on, I was hitting 2 trowels, and then they were hanging back for me, and I was hitting on the wall, and then getting ready to bond as well, and then I was jumping back up, finishing my ceiling, and then jumping back down and troweling the wall. That was on the kitchen. This job in the background here is different. That was done a while ago. I'll probably put the link in Trowel into this video so people can follow it back, the chimney breast, and see the stages. Bond, poly bond, yeah. That's another thing actually, Sandy. You can notice on the background of them walls that they're all blue, but pardon me, they weren't originally blue. That's blue grit, which is another form of thistle bonded. So I didn't have to use PVA on this job. I just had to come in and just swing my trowel about and get plastering. Just get it mixed and get it onto the wall and onto the ceilings too. there's a lot of plasters now are really opting. You can see it's all blotchy looking in the backgrounds on the walls, but there's a lot of plasters that are definitely opting for that. They think it's gonna sort of be a better job, a tougher job, you know. Cheaper, yeah. Hate Silver said it's cheaper of Thistle Bonded. It's definitely is cheaper. That's the blue grit was much cheaper than the Thistle Bonded. Thistle Bonded's like 60 quid. With this one, blue grit was coming in like 20 quid, I think. Something's way off the bed. Have a good sleep. I'll definitely be trying to get some shut eye soon myself for another big week ahead. See the blue grit in the video, mate. What do you do if you skim and sucking too quick through it? Yeah, Richard's asking about the suction of the background. The blue grit actually can seal the background. I know what you're saying if it's hot in the background, but the way it's basically, it's like a PVA with a dye with sand through it. I could probably make it myself in a bucket with PVA, but your sand, you would need to have clean washed sand. You mix the PVA with a bit of dye. So basically that's all it is, but it's a primer as well, so it should kill the suction in the background. It won't be as good as, say, 2 or 3 coats of PVA, or a stabilizing coat of some type of PVA, and then a bonding coat of PVA. Hope that's sort of making sense. It doesn't sound too confusing what I'm trying to mention. But it will, the blue grit and the Thistle Bonded should kill suction in the background. You still might find a wee bit if you have a wall that's bare at the bottom and painted at the top for the likes of a kitchen. You still might find the bottom will suck in more, but it definitely, you should get away okay. So you should, and you'll find at the top, with it being painted in the background over the blue grit, you'll find that it'll catch a lot nicer than if it was PVA, where PVA, you would definitely have more of a suction problem at the bottom than the top. Not really sure if I'm explaining that well enough for you to understand, Richard, mate. But drop me a wee message or if you are. It'd be good actually if all the messages I'm getting actually came on to the video later on, you know, if you know what I mean, because when I'm watching back on the video and commenting, replying to other people's comments later on, it's sort of confusing that sort of way. You know, people might not understand what I'm talking about, but again, if you're still watching this and you're a person that has logged on or watching this when it's not live, do try and get on for a live stream. I'm gonna maybe try and set aside. You just can tell me what you think, but I might try and set aside a wee hour, a wee half hour every Sunday night and have a wee chat with everyone. That way, and see what you're all up to, what you're plastering next and stuff. So Hate Silver Deals asking, in the past on silk wall shining etc., I've chucked a handful of sand in my PVA mix as well, stop my skimming sliding. Yeah, definitely. But if you were going to do that the night before, if you were going to do that, I wouldn't really recommend it so much, because obviously the blue grit and the Thistle Bonded, they've paid big money on testing these products. So you imagine when they go live, they've put I hope they've put absolute thousands of pounds into testing them and making sure it's going to hold and like hold against so much pressure. So I would recommend, if you were going to sort of use anything, you use this stuff, the stuff that sort of has it on the bucket, you know. But if you were going to use your own, I would say more or less have it pure PVA with sand and paint it on the day before. But if it's working for you, deal mate, definitely stick at it. Like, definitely, you know, I always say it in all my videos, whatever tools and methods work for you, you have to keep on going with them. Obviously, if you can steal a wee bit here and there on other people that make your life a bit easier, definitely try it. You know, try it on something that doesn't, you know, maybe where the kitchen, underneath the kitchen cupboards where you're not going to see it, give it a wee go down there where it won't matter when the kitchen's in, you know, that sort of way. But yeah, Sonny's saying I have to do something about the cough. And that's made me cough thinking about it. But yeah, just I've had a wee cough for the last month. I was working outside and I was working in a window where the wind was just coming in and it's just caught my lungs. I just haven't seemed to be able to shake it as I'm still working outside. And next week's to be really, really bad weather, so I hope none of you guys are outside at least. And you can all think about me and have a laugh when you're skimming in a nice warm house, where I'll be stuck outside freezing with about 2 coats on, 2 jumpers, and at least 1 vest anyway, a monkey hat, and probably a ski mask, 2 pairs of trousers, thermal socks, and a pair of boots. I'll definitely be warm enough to keep myself warm anyway. But yeah guys, just on myself, I'm probably going to be trying to do a couple of reviews on some water brushes as well. I might try them once I get a chance, be down the road. I do have a plasterboard video coming up as well. The reason I haven't done that is because it's going to take me ages and ages to edit it, because it's actually an hour and 20 minutes long so far, and nobody wants to watch that. Nobody's going to sit and watch me plasterboarding a small ceiling and talking about it for an hour and a half. Definitely not. So I need to edit that down and make it a bit sweeter and a bit easier to watch. But not that plasterboarding is really hard, but if you've never done it and you're going to do it maybe for a plaster coming for you, or if you've never done it, maybe you're going to do a plasterboarding job, it may come in handy. That sort of way. Well guys, I'm gonna bounce off here anyway and get some rest. Hope you all have a good week planned ahead of you, and some nice handy jobs, and staying safe and staying warm. And I'll catch you on the next video guys. Appreciate the support and thanks for watching.